everyone will get their say, and then we'll drop the whole panel and do this again. I will be on here till about 12, so we've got another hour left. So, Dilys, let's start with you first. These are the prompts here, so if you want to answer the prompts, you can, or if you want to talk about your opinion, you also can. Hi,
Thanks, darling. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm seething.
I know.
I'm seething. And I thought this, and I'm speaking from a couple of backgrounds, one being, African, born and raised in this country. I speak as somebody that worked in local authority for a very, very long time. So there's just some myths that I want to address here. When people talk about migrants and them being responsible for taking all our jobs and coming over here and getting ours in, it's rubbish. Okay? From as far back as when I was working for Brent Council in 1990 something, so I'm the auntie in the house, you couldn't get council housing like that. The asylum seekers that were here would literally be given tokens. You wouldn't even get money. You would be given tokens.
Yeah.
And you would meet on a Tuesday and that would be handed out. You have never been able to get accommodation in this country. Prove that you have been, they call it the habitual residency test. You have had to have lived in this country for 3 years. That was back then, before you would qualify for anything like that.
Right.
So people do not come to this country, and I've worked in housing for many years. You don't come to this country and you can just get a council flat. It doesn't work like that. It has never worked like that. Number two, the cost of the visa for indefinite leave to remain, there is an NHS contribution that you have to give, which is about not contribution, you basically buy the NHS insurance, it's over £4,000. The actual application is over 1,400. In total, it's about £6,000. That's how much it costs. If people are advocating that somebody should have to renew that every 5 years, are you punishing people for living in this place? What crime have they committed that they are? I mean, what this other guy was saying made no sense. You're paying taxes. You're saying that, because you have a child and it's free. It's not free. It's called national insurance contributions. So I wasn't quite sure where he was going with that. The other thing that I think is really important, and I'm speaking very, very fast. The other thing that is very important is this foolishness, this fallacy that it's the Pakistanis that are there graping little WIT girls. Let me tell you something. I founded a charity raising awareness on grape, SA and DV. And I am telling you that the greatest perpetrators of that filth were not Muslim men. The fact that you've been able to find a group that have subjugated WIT girls in that regard does not make them the greatest perpetrators. It is not. And you see, it's that thing that is being peddled as if that's where we need to focus our attentions. No, look at your brother, look at your uncle, look at your father. They are the ones within your family who are touching your children. It is not the people that are wearing a turban or going to the mosque. They are not the people who are guilty. I think there was one last thing that I wanted to say that was really important, but it's gone out of my head. But you know what, I will land my plane there. But that nonsense that is being peddled is just, it's wickedness and it's foolishness. And I don't know what the agenda is as to why people are so foolish that they think that it's the immigrants that are taking their jobs. When you go to Brent Cross Shopping Centre, back in the day, it was Africans that are cleaning Brent Cross Shopping Centre. If you go to people that are doing certain jobs, they are not the WIT people. Why? Because it's easier to claim benefit and they will get it. And they will tell you that generationally, they have been claiming benefit. I used to work frontline on the council. They will say that, no, I'm not paying my council, but we've never paid it before. And they weren't joking. I'm telling you, they were not joking. They have never paid it before. But yeah, but we get council tax benefit. Understand? And that was the idea. But I think the main points for me was really about the rings that they're blaming the Muslims. They need to stop it.
They do.
They need to stop it.
They do.
They need to also look at this issue of having to renew your visa. People should be entitled to family life.
Absolutely.
They should be entitled to family life. And then the last thing I would say as the auntie in the house, Those of us who are African, those of us who are from Caribbean, please, I beg you, know your roots. That was the point I wanted to make. And I know I've gone over time, so respectfully, I will land very quickly. You see, when I used to in quote fight with my Caribbean brothers and sisters and some Africans about going back home, and people saying that, well, I've never been there before, and I'm like, yeah, but you pay your money and go to Ayanapa, you'll go there, you'll not go and
Right?
you'll not go back. Are you stupid? And when the Samima Begum thing happened, because I used to tell people, you are as British as you are allowed to be. Yeah. Don't deceive yourself. If you are brown skinned, you can never be truly British. When Samima Begum's case happened, they showed everybody Pepe. They showed everybody who was truly British. If Samima Begum had blue eyes and blonde hair and was called Peggy Sue, they will not be checking her DNA. But you see me and you, looking like midnight, they will carry on Yash back to wherever. So my sister girl, me done.
Pepper eats. Listen, when you threw Shamim Vega, I said,
right?
Yeah. It's true.
Okay.
It's so true.
Right. It was a test case, because what will happen is that bar will be lower and lower. They found something that was emotive, that would get people passionate and angry. The 7/7 bombings, and everybody was outraged because, of course, nobody wants to be unalived. But that's what they do to play with our mind and our intellect, because we are not critical thinkers. I sat there quietly. I looked and I said, you people, you're very stupid, especially those of us that were non-WIT. I said, don't be supporting this thing, because they're coming for you. And look, okay.
She's homegrown and she's one of your own, and you need to take her back.
Radicalized as a teenager on British soil. If she was a WIT child, she would be a victim. Okay, there you go.
She would be a victim.
All right.
And they would welcome her with open arms.
Absolutely.
This, that. She's in a Syria refugee. And for the life of me, I don't know why I've spoken on this before, but for the life of me, it's like, why? Why?
We know why.
Go back.
We know why. Elaine, it's been lovely talking to you. Let me not hog your panel.
Thank you, honey, Dillis. Thank you.
God bless you. All right, my darling.
No, but Dillis.
Yes, sweetie.
You made points. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, my love.